Hello. Today I'd like to show you a new functionality of Content Manager on Demand working with analytics. And what we're finding out with a lot of our customers is that the data that they use to generate these statements and documents and reports and policies and stuff is only usually kept up to 2 years, and sometimes, most of the time it's not kept beyond the 2 years and they throw it away. So the only place that this data exists is in the documents that are stored in an archive like Content Manager on Demand. But we want to do an analysis against that, then we got to have a way of getting that data out of there, and that's what this demonstration is going to show today. So the first thing we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and sign in here, log in, and then I'm going to go ahead and select a report. We're not going to go do too much of the Content Manager on Demand functionality because I want to show more of the Watson Analytics today and how we get that data out there. So I'm going to go ahead and select all 25 of these documents. I'm going to do a right click for Mine with RMS, and then I come up to another screen here that says, okay, here's the Mine with RMS, here's the models. Now I can have multiple models for the same person, for different people, that's extracting different data out of these reports. We're going to take the top model here. If there's only one, you won't see this list. It'll go directly into the next section here. And what this is doing now is it's pulling all of these documents out, extracting the data, and then putting it into an Excel or table format. And I've got it set up here to automatically go into, ready to go to do a download into like in an Excel. There's other things to look that you can do with this data with the RMS tool. And if you that's another topic. If you'd like to go into that, get a hold of me. We can go into that. But at this point, we're going to go ahead and take this data, and we're going to download it to a different tool called Datawatch Data Prep. And then what this is going to do is it's going to take that table data, and then we're going to load it into a table that Data Prep uses. So we'll go ahead and load this data, and then once we get that loaded in there, I can take this data and make it more meaningful. Like I can take the start date here and separate out the date and the time, so I can have it as two columns, or I can merge other data with this data to do other analysis and stuff. So it gives you a lot more to do with this. I'm happy with what I've got here, so I'm going to go ahead and export this data. When I hit the export, if you noticed it popped up here, I've got a lot of different options as to what I can do for the export, or where I'm going to export this data. So I've got Microsoft Excel, Glick, Tableau, even Cognos. I can use Cognos, but the thing we're going to use today is Watson Analytics. So I'll go ahead and select Watson Analytics. It'll say, what are you going to call this table? I'm going to leave it there, overwrite whatever is there if there's one there already that exists, do an OK, and then it's going to come in and want me to sign in to Watson Analytics to do the upload. This is only for the upload. So it'll come in, it'll have me, since I've got two IDs, I've got to pick which ID that I want to upload this with, and then it's going to go out and do the export. So once it does this export, I'll do an OK. I'll go ahead and minimize this session, and then I'll go up here and do Watson Analytics. And then, I'm logged into Watson Analytics at this point. Once I get into the Watson Analytics, I can go out here and I can do an Explore. And what this is going to let me do is go out here in my personal file, which I just uploaded, as you can see here. I can select that ESRP table, and then it's going to go out there and take that data and pick some starting points to saying, okay, here's some correlations that I see with that. And here's one of the correlations down here. We'll go ahead and pick this one to start out with. This is the amount by person, the billing person, and by state and the amount. So if I hover over an area here, it will tell me that T&A lunch spent $611.66 in Colorado for these statements. So that gives you an idea, so you can see some analysis there. I can also look at other options here that gives me other things to look at. Here is I can look at like the new, another new page here is now then I can look at the various stores and how much was spent at each store. So it gives you some additional analysis, but it allows me to go through and analyze a lot of different aspects of there. There's a lot more to do with the Watson Analytics, but this will give you some basic information as to how we can take that content management on-demand data and pull it out and put it into Watson Analytics to do some analysis against that data. It might be that maybe you're overcharged, trying to find out, have we overcharged people, and I need to go out there and look at a lot of these extra reports. There's a lot of other things that we could go out there and look, but this gives you some idea. Thank you and have a great day.